Right, we got 5 questions with Jono, Carroll. Jono, first question, fight number what is going on this weekend? You got? How many fights have you had so far?
Oh, I don't even fucking know, man.
Don't you know?
No, I haven't a clue. I think I have like 29 fights. Yeah, I think it's 29 fights
29.
or something. Yeah,
well, in
29.
that case, we're going to go to who, when and where is it?
And again, I don't even know your man's name. I don't care who your man's name is. Honestly, I swear to God, I know it's like someone messing with me saying something about pervert or pedro or something like that. I think it's someone messing with me. I remember that question.
I get it.
But
it's
you know
job,
what?
Is it?
It's like a battle between yourself. If I'm the best version of me, I don't care who my opponent is.
100%.
It's one of them. I genuinely don't even ask questions. I don't look at them. I don't even. As long as Abba gives me the game plan, I'm like, okay, sweet, no problem.
I get that. Like sometimes you feel a bit obnoxious saying that, but the truth is, it's not your job to worry about him.
No, it's not my job to worry about him. If my weight is good and I feel like I'm 100%, and I actually feel like I can beat anyone. You know what I mean? It just depends on what Jono shows up.
I get it.
You know what I mean?
So the best thing about what you do?
The best thing, like in boxing terms.
Yeah.
In boxing things, the best thing about what I do, you know what? I'm a much smarter fighter than I actually tend to believe. You know what I mean? Like when I counter punch, I'm very good. But a lot of times I don't know whether it's the Celtic bleeding blood in me or the Irish blood or what. I like to fight. So it's one of them. Like I remember watching like Turo Gotti and Mickey Ward, and I love watching them fights because it's a war. So sometimes I'm like, I want to give the fans that, and then I get boosted up and I'm cool, and I'm like, this is amazing when I'm in it. And then I go back to my kids and they're like, Dad, like, what's wrong with you? Like, are you okay?
That's the fingless. That's the fingless in you, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe it's the fingless in you as well. I love to fight, but I believe I'm a much better boxer when I'm being smart and intelligent in the ring. That's what I need to actually start doing, is start being smart.
You know what, lad? That was my fault. That maybe we should rephrase that. What's the best thing in life about what you get to do?
Being a parent.
Yes. Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck about all this materialistic world and all this shit. Nice. Honestly, like, being able to give my kids a very good life is the most important thing for me. And like my biggest fear when I was growing up was being a bad dad. So now it's like I go above and beyond to be like the best father I can possibly be. And even down to all like my things with like Islam and stuff. That's to be the best version of myself for my kids. It's not even for me. It's because I know if I'm being right and I'm doing good things and I find God, then I can lead a good example for my kids. You know what I mean? So honestly, when I say the best thing in life is juggling, juggling the fucking world. But mostly important is your kids and family, you know what I mean?
Yeah, love it, lads. I've seen you and your girl with the kids. Blessed, very blessed kids.
100%. Alhamdulillah.
So what would you find easier in life, resting or working?
Working, 100%. I hate resting.
Yeah.
If I see, like, I've had conversations with my uncle, even recently, other than going to the Tevin Farmer camp, but when I was here, I remember having conversations with my uncle, because I didn't have a fight lined up. And I remember saying, like, what's my purpose? Like, I feel depressed because I haven't got a fight, I haven't got a thing. I'm like, I don't want to just be a boxer. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't know what my fucking purpose is in life. I want to give back. I know when I help people, I feel really good. So honestly, when I say, like, I know my destiny isn't boxing. I don't care about boxing. My dad loved boxing and I always done it because I made my mum and my dad proud. So that's how I end up here. But I'm not doing it for me. And obviously it gives me a good life, it pays well. It's giving my kids a good life, so I'm like, right, I need it for now. But it's not fulfilling me as a human being. I want to help and give back, and my goals is mad. Like now some of my goals is like I want to build wells and shit. It's mad.
Well, let's save that question there, lads.
Okay, sorry, yeah.
Okay, so what would you say you learnt more you learnt more in your wins or your losses?
Always in a loss. You always learn more about yourself in a loss. Because in a win, anyone can look good when you're able to beat somebody. And you're like, and everyone's tapping you on the back like, well done. But you know what? Forget about boxing. You learn more about people and real life when you get a loss. Because you realise who your real friends are when the ones that text you and show up and say, bro, are you okay? How are you actually feeling? And not when you're always, as a man, you're like, no, I'm all good, like, fuck it, it's just a loss. And they're like, yeah, no, I know about boxing, I understand that. But how are you? Yeah. How are you as a human? You have to ask someone, how are you 2 times to get the honest answer. Because the first time is, I'm all good, how are you, pal? And it's chit chat. Yeah. But when you actually have real friends and those people come to you after a loss and say, no, but like, how are you feeling? And how is the family, like, how are they taking it? That's the real things you start learning. You learn more about life, taking losses. Forget about boxing. But always in life, you learn about when you take a hit in life, you realise who your real friends are, who your family, the ones that aren't like, just get the taps on the backs. Taps on the backs feels great when you win. But it's the little tap on the hug when you fucking lost. That's what's important, you know what I mean? Because everyone can tap you on the back in a pub. And we're like, well done, mate. But no one can hug you when you're feeling down,
I
other than your real
yeah.
people around you, you know what I mean?
Wouldn't swap my losses for anything in the
same.
world, lads.
Same.
So, one bold thing, which we go on to the last question there, one future prediction, a very bold prediction about what Jono Carroll is going to achieve in the future.
You know what? I honestly believe I'm going to build loads of wells for people in Africa and people in need. I'm going to build wells. These are my goals, and I always hit my goals. So I want to actually build mosques physically with my hand for people who actually want to pray and stuff. I want to go to certain countries. I want to feed homeless people. I want to give back, and I want to give charity. So there's a lot of things. That's not even a bold thing, because it's not a big stupid goal. It's something that I'm going to hit. You know what I mean? Something that I genuinely want, and I feel will bring me a lot of satisfaction in my life, because I always believe if you're able to help one person in life, then your life is worth living. And I look up to my nanny Seppi so much, simply because sometimes she's broke, and she's hitting people up for lens. And yes, she's in feeding the homeless. She's going and buying a bleeding shop, cooking a big shop for the homeless, driving 40 minutes into town, feeding all the homeless, coming back, and you're like, that was my score of 15 quid, my last 20 quid, but she doesn't care. She's taking your money to go feed the homeless. I look up to her so much. She's a wonderful woman. And I want to do things like that. Like I think there's more to life than hitting stupid goals and materialistic things. I think giving back is what it's all about. You know what I mean? So they're the things that I want to accomplish later on in life. And you know, when it's all said and done, I want to travel the world. But I want to be able to just help many people, and unexpectedly. And I don't want to do it on Instagram. I don't want people to be like, "Ah, well done again." Then taps on the backs. Yeah. I want to just do it quietly. You know what I mean? Yeah. So. I don't know, maybe I'll be off Instagram as well. You won't see me after boxing ever again. Who knows?
Love it, Jono. Well, thank you very much, and the best
Thank
of luck this weekend, lad.
Appreciate it. Whoop-ah.